Just win and you're in. Just win and you're in. What kind of win, though? I think the committee has shown that the type of win matters when it comes to who gets in and where they are seated. Happy Monday, my people. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. Your boy Ruck in the building. Tonight, it is the Who Is Vanderbilt show. It's an OG night. I try to tell y'all, when the OGs get in here, it's like when the old heads pull up to the club or something, and you just like, man, that's my old homie, Big John right there. Big John, that's my old homie. That's how I feel when me and Turn pull up on the show together. And that's what tonight is going to be, man. It's Vandy week. I mean, we'll recap this past weekend because Turn didn't have the opportunity to kind of talk about just how wild college football has been this year so far, and especially last weekend with all of the help that we got as volunteer fans. It's Vandy week. It's Vandy hate week. We know what this game means to both teams, but specifically, this game means a lot for Tennessee. The destiny is right in front of you. Everything that we've wanted from the beginning of this 2024 season is right in front of us, and it's on the other side of a W. Welcome to the Who Is Vandy show. Let's tap in tonight. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby.
First play, second quarter, touchdown Tennessee. That throw's intercepted. Pierce down the sideline. Touchdown.
Yes, sir. You got the bros in here. What's good, everybody? Welcome to Straight Up Tennessee tonight, man, for the Who Is Vanderbilt show. Y'all know what to do, though, man. It's the top of the show. Like, comment, subscribe, and lastly, join. $2. I done told y'all. Stop buying stackers. Stop buying double tacos, double stack tacos, and soft tacos and all that stuff. Get you some Straight Up Tennessee, man. Join the channel, $2. Hop in the Straight Up Tennessee Discord, where you're going to meet a ton of other fans just like us, man, who go crazy. And we talk all day, literally. All the updates come through. We talk. Especially on game day. You're going to have to put the thing on snooze if you don't want to talk on game day. But Apple and Spotify, welcome, man. It's Tuesday for y'all. Hope that you've had a great week. Y'all's Thanksgiving week, man. Like, obviously, it's a short week for us on the show as well. So tonight, we're going to do our score predictions. We're going to kind of go through playmakers of the game later. We're going to try to hit as much as we can. And then I'm going to pop in on Friday during the day, hopefully, and get just a quick show up for all the updates with the college football playoff tomorrow on Tuesday night. So, Turn, what's up, Brody?
Bro, where'd you get that hat?
Yeah. It's
Man,
tough, huh?
I feel like when I picture that hat, like I don't picture you wearing it. I picture like a 75-year-old dude, white dude that's been sitting in the same seats the past 40 years. To wear that
it smelled like it when I got it too.
Where'd you
but
get
I
it?
cleaned it up. Jack found it at Goodwill, and she was like, "You
Man.
need to get it." And I was like, "Sure." It was $4, so I cleaned it up and got that vintage boy on. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Definitely. Dylan says definitely a golf hat. Y'all some haters. Nah, this hat hard though. I like it. It's hard. It looked better like this though. Like for real. Like you turn it this way.
Oh yeah.
You sound saying, yeah,
there you go.
It's tough, but for the show, I got to throw on the T on the front. You feel me? Throw the
I know
T on the front.
the way the hat's made, it looks like the hat's crooked, but it's really not.
It's not. Yeah, it's the way that the line is. This line right here. Yeah. Strange. But I'm here for it.
It's tough, bro.
Oh man, what a weekend. Me and C2 kind of dove into it a little bit last night on the next day show. But just a weird day, and it was one of those weekends where I was glad that we had a game on our roster like UTEP.
That's what I was about to sit here and say, man. It's one of those. I was literally thinking that about halfway, about 6 o'clock. Really, I was like, man, I am so glad we played UTEP today because there's been way too many upsets.
I mean,
Because
it
if
felt
I'm
like
not mistaken, when we got upset by Arkansas, there was quite a bit more upsets that week too, wasn't there?
yep, it felt like week 5 all over again,
Ooh,
literally. I mean,
golly.
that was the same week Alabama lost to Vanderbilt. Um, I mean, there's a bunch of shakeup that week. I can't remember who else got beat. But yeah, it felt like that again. And like I told you, bro, I felt like after BYU lost to Kansas last week, I was like, this ain't over. And then the Arizona State debacle happens. Colorado gets tanked by Kansas. Then Alabama loses to OU. Auburn beats A&M. Florida beats Ole Miss. Like everything that Tennessee needed to happen happened, and that never happens for us. So that can only mean that we go out Saturday and handle our business. We have to. We have to, bro.
I just hope it's not a what year was it? It was a Butch year. It was the Champions of Life year.
That was
You know,
his
like
last year.
where we're pretty much supposed to win the SEC East, and we ended up we had beat Georgia and we had beat Florida,
That
and
was
then we go
2016.
in and get beat by Vandy and
Mm,
miss out on the Sugar Bowl.
mm. Sounds like something Butch would do.
And Butch made the comment, we are champions of life. And I was like,
Hey, bro, we've been through some time. Anybody that has been along the journey as a Tennessee fan over the last 10 years, really, I mean, take it 15-ish, really 2009 when Lane Kiffin got here. Like, take it to 15 years. Like, man, what a gauntlet of coaches and drama and just heartbreak we have been through, bro. Literally. So,
and it's still
uh,
happening. It's still
it is.
happening.
But our fate is in front of us, bro. Like, we have every opportunity to do what we want to do. That's the thing. I feel like, you know, a lot of guys met today. Obviously, Hypo had his press conference today. Dylan Sampson, Bryson Eason, Squirrel all met with the media. Dylan Sampson said, everybody knows the reality of this game. And he said, it's basically a playoff game. Like, that's the mentality that they're coming to Nashville with. Like, this is round 1 for us.
I did find it quite interesting that when they asked Heupel today in his press conference about it, like he has addressed it to the team of the playoffs and all that stuff. Usually Heupel's a guy who's like, no, we're game by game. We just take it one
Yep.
day at a time. But he in his press conference he said, yeah, I addressed it. We addressed it in the locker room today.
Yep.
And I was like, I mean, you gotta know it's there.
You can't look at this game and understand. It don't matter if you coach, player, you trying to be level headed. None of that matters. When you looking at what's in front of you, legitimately, you win this game. You're in the playoff.
That's what I don't care. Like you win this game, you're in the playoff. You win by 1, you're in the playoff.
You're in. You
You
just
just
gotta
gotta
win.
just gotta win, bro. And I don't know. It's wild to sit here and think this time last week we knew that we were going to be on the bubble. We were going to be that first team out.
Yep.
And then going into tomorrow, it's going to be like, well, I mean, we're in there somewhere, probably 8 or 9. I'd say somewhere.
That's the sweet spot, I think, for us. Is I don't think we'll get any higher, and I don't think we'll get lower than 8 or 9. That's the thing.
I'd really like to get to that 8 seed to get a home playoff game.
I think I'd like to be at home too. I think so, but
it's one of the things. Would you rather be? Okay, here you go. Here you go. Ask you a question. This is me. I told you this on the phone. I don't think if Texas makes it to the SEC championship, as long as they get by A&M, I don't think Texas wins the SEC. I think Georgia's going to win the SEC. So if that happens, I'm going to ask you this question. Would you rather play Texas? I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this. Would you rather play, okay, we'll just say it like this. Would you rather play a Texas at home or would you rather play at Penn State on the road?
Okay,
Because
I'm a,
Penn State's definitely the worst team in my opinion.
yeah. Penn State's not the better team, but that environment would be litty, bro. That would be so much fun. I feel like as a player, as a coach, like as a football fan, to just like, bro, I'm going to Happy Valley
I
on.
I told I was talking to a buddy of mine, Caps, at a birthday party last week, and I was like, bro, if we somehow get Penn State, we were talking about it. I was like, I don't know if I can physically let myself miss that one.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
Like, because I was looking and there's nowhere to fly in. There's not. And I was looking, it's a 8.5 hour drive. I said I would literally go to work Friday, get off work Friday, drive down there, go to the game, and drive back. Like that's one of those games like if we did play at Penn State, I couldn't let myself miss that. When's the next time Penn State's gonna play UT? I mean, could be next
Couldn't
year
tell you.
for real, but
It could be, right? But I mean, bro, in all actuality, though, I would rather bring Texas to Neyland.
100%. What
You
is
know what I mean?
Heupel? What is Heupel at home?
Neyland says it
20 and
right there.
20 and 1.
A lot. There's a lot of
20 and 1, I
W's in
think.
Neyland Stadium. This is the second time in 3 years that we were undefeated at home. So, I mean, God, dude, I just don't think and I don't know though, man. I mean, Texas is a 2-loss team right now. Is that right?
One.
One. So they've only lost to Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So if you lose to Georgia again, do they drop Texas that far though? I think that's where I feel like the last seeding. I feel like the last committee seating is going to be absolutely insane. I think it's going to completely change. Like the 5 through 12 is going to be completely different than we've seen all year.
Well, I think I would say yeah, they oh gosh, I don't know if they dropped that far because I think Ohio State or Oregon's going to get one of them's going to get the 1 seed and one of them's going to get the 5 seed.
Yep,
Vice versa. That's going to be your 1 and 5.
I agree.
And then 6, I mean they're just so high on Penn State.
They are, bro.
I think Penn State would get the 6 and I think Notre Dame would get 7. If Notre Dame keeps
Trash.
winning, I think that's the way it has to go. I don't know. The thing that amazes me about the college football playoff, in which I get it, you knew it was the rules going into it, but I'm sorry. Boise State getting a bye just blows my mind.
They getting a bye just to pass time to get that twax whooped.
I don't care who they play. I don't care if it's
Don't
Indiana,
matter.
they'll get beat by 30.
I don't think they. I don't know, man. You got to stop one person, bro.
That's it, bro. I mean, that's it.
That's all you got to do. That's how I feel about this Saturday too, though. Like that leads us like that's how I feel about Vanderbilt. And I don't have a long scout on Vandy because we still want to talk more about the playoff and talk about this weekend implications, playmakers of the game, keys to all of these things. Vandy surprisingly became a bowl team earlier than they ever have in the most recent history. You know what I mean? Like to be bowl eligible after, I think it was 8 games. That was pretty crazy for Vanderbilt. They are 2-3 in their last 5. Haven't played well. Got blew out in Nashville by South Carolina 28-7. The thing that I looked at in that game was what was Diego Pavia's numbers. When you look at Vanderbilt in South Carolina, I was like, okay, if they handled business the way that the numbers say, 28-7, what was Pavia's numbers? Well, he was 16 of 31 for 166 yards, no tutties, no picks. He had 13 carries for 65 yards and 1 tutty. Like, that's what we have to do. We got to put him in a position to where he can't succeed. I mean, if you look at Vanderbilt's just play-by-play, or should I say game-by-game stats, if you just look at game by game, what they've done and who's been the leading rusher, it's Pavia every single game. You can't look at one game and say, oh, well, Pavia didn't do that in here. I mean, look at it. Pavia in Virginia Tech's 104 yards rushing. Pavia against Missouri, 84 rushing. Pavia against Ball State, 82. Pavia against Texas, 67. Pavia against South Carolina, 65. Pavia against LSU, 43. Like, Pavia is not going to have a massive pass game. The most he's thrown for this year is 252, and that was on Alabama. You put him into a position where his frame, he's 6 foot. He ain't a big guy. He's not a guy that's going to just, see over the line like 8 does and be able to pick you apart. But he can improvise and make plays on his feet and extend plays. That is the dangerous part of his game. He's a baller. And the other part is you can't teach a dog. Like, you can train a dog, but once the dog is off the leash, it's you versus him. And that's what Pavia brings to this Vanderbilt roster. The edge rushers for us, James Pierce, Joshua Josephs, when that second group comes in, Caleb Herring, Jordan Ross, these kids got to be ready because the edge is the most important piece of this entire game for us as a defense. Turn always says, man, I'm putting a spy on him. He said earlier today, if we putting a spy on him, it got to be number 2-3, Mr. Boo Carter himself. He got to be on spy. Somebody got to hold him down and put him in a position to where, hey, if you thinking about running, I promise I got a guy that's going to hit you hard and he going to run sideline to sideline with you. That actually might have been C2 that told me that. But the thing that I'm saying is this. Offensively, they've got Eli Stowers, transfer tight end. He can ball. I mean, it's really simple. He's their leading receiver with 568 yards. He's also got 4 touchdowns on the year. His longest tutty is 41 yards. They did have another great receiver that only has 24 catches, but he's a deep play threat. He averages 15.5 yards per reception, and that's Junior Sherrill, the wide receiver. He's got 3 touchdowns. Once you get past those 2 guys in Stowers and Sherrill, you got Skinner, and then you've got Cedric Alexander, but everybody else is nowhere close to the numbers that those guys are. Those 3, Skinner, Sherrill, and Stowers. The run game for them, Cedric Alexander is their second leading rusher. He is the running back. He has less carries, Turner, and less yards than the quarterback, and less touchdowns. Yeah, so what does that tell? I mean, like, it tells you everything you need to know offensively for Vanderbilt.
It does, and I mean, it's like you were saying. I mean, Pavia is he's gonna run it 10 to 15 times. I don't care if we might keep him to negative 20 yards. I don't know, but I can guarantee he's still gonna run 10, 15 times.
Absolutely.
And they're gonna have it's gonna be I think you're gonna get a little bit of both. Like, you're gonna get some design QB powers in there, some design QB runs, but I think you're also what you and what Dylan said in the chat, man. And that's what's hurt us. Like, I mean, I know it's UTEP, but whatever. When their quarterback was getting loose, our edge rushers, we can't. When you're playing a quarterback like Pavia or a mobile quarterback, if you're gonna go to the inside, you better get home, because if not, they're gonna get it. I mean, that's what the UTEP quarterback. We went inside and we lost contain.
Yep, we were like way too far upfield. Way too far up the field, bro.
Yeah, don't even go inside. Just keep contained and force him up. If you can force him up the field, a backer should be there.
Should be, yeah. See, what's been happening with that? What I've been seeing is they've been trying to clear out the middle, right? They'll go 5 wide, they'll go quads, they go weird formations,
Do you see? I don't know if you noticed this. I was just sitting there watching the game, and I thought of that Bama Oklahoma game. It almost felt like Oklahoma was taking a little page out of the old Heupel playbook. It seemed like that's what they were, because they fired their offensive coordinator. Yep. It seems like they were trying to spread that field and open up the middle of the field, so Jackson Arnold could just do his thing.
Run. He just did his thing.
I did not know that they only had 65 or 69 yards passing that game. Oklahoma.
Yeah. This is real too. Dylan says it's another thing is we're basically playing Army. Guys like T-Lander cannot fall for misdirection or bite on read options this week. He's been bad about that all year. I mean, I just think, and anytime a guard or a tackle pulls, T-Lander's just blown up every single time.
Yeah, man, and I think you start to realize, getting into it, we knew the Peely thing hurt, but I think the more games we play without Peely, I think you see how much it actually hurts us. And what I mean by that is like Carter stepped into that role. Carter's the communicator. He's the one getting people lined up. You can tell out there. He's telling people what to do. And I think I'm not saying he's handling it in a bad way, but I think when Peely was there, Arion Carter could just play football. Does that make sense? And
Yeah.
now he's having to be the leader of the defense and play football. It's just tough. I mean, especially from a true sophomore.
Yeah. Especially with all the new green dot technology, all of that, man. Makes it difficult for a guy that just was there to play ball. And when he was just playing ball, God
He's horrible. I
almighty.
mean, and he's playing decent. Don't get me wrong, but you can tell he's in his mind thinking.
I was going to say his head's racing a lot of
Yeah,
plays.
yeah.
All right, am I got my guys lined up? Shoot, am I lined up right?
Mhm.
So
Like, where's my zone at? Where's my zone at? Okay,
yeah,
that's what we're talking about. First steps. He's running to the
yep,
flat when they're running it right up the middle.
right up the middle. Yep. Um, defensively for Vanderbilt, it is kind of what it is. Brian Longwell's a linebacker for them, 69 tackles on the year. They don't have one guy that has more than one interception. They're not really catching picks at a high clip. Randon Fontenette is their second leading tackler with 63 on the year. He's got 3.5 sacks. He's got an interception as well. And then Langston Patterson, who is another linebacker, 61 tackles, no picks, no sacks, no TFLs. It's a decent defense. It's a defense that's gonna get after you. They're high risk, high reward. They gonna send 8 guys sometimes, and if we got a hot route that's quick, we go into the crib. But if we don't, it could be one of them back and forth early grinded outs, but I just don't expect it to be close, man. I really don't. I think, you know, looking at them defensively over the course of the year, I always like to look at it this way. They gave up 34, they gave up 27 to Virginia Tech. They gave up 36 to Georgia State. They gave up 30 to Missouri. They gave up 35 to Alabama. They gave up 27 to Texas. They gave up 17 to Auburn, 28 to Carolina, 24 to LSU. Like they want to give you points. And so Tennessee's got to just handle business. Last thing I have is the line continues to flip. The line continues to change. Now you look at it, the line's back and it's actually lower. It's 10.5 Tennessee. The over-under is 48.5. There's just a lot of things kind of weighing on this one, man. And Tennessee's just got to go handle their business. That's really all Tennessee has to worry about.
Well, one thing I like, and I don't know if Heupel was just showing it because we haven't really done it all year. I don't know if he was showing it to just so they would have to, account for him. But we used DSamp in the past game a lot against UTEP.
Yep.
I mean, that one play, that little I think of it because I run it on, if I'm playing college football, I run it.
It's a Texas route.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it hits it across the middle. That was a I don't know. I went back and watched it. That was a defensive end
That was guarding him.
on Dylan Sampson on that play.
Yeah, I like that.
So
I like that matchup.
and we finally did a screen pass to him.
Yep.
So and you saying if they're gonna rush 8, I like DSamp. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see what's going on in the chat right now. Dylan says it's just an experience thing with T-Lander. Plus, I'm thinking he got too big in the offseason and lost a step. Tennessee Jr., what's up, my man? He says he's still as fast. He's just in his head, too. They clocked him a little faster straight line and about the same on cuts. It's mental. I agree with that. Dylan Elam says Vandy's D lives and dies off turnovers. Got to play smart and hold on to the rock. Adrian is in the building. What's happening, Adrian? He has been a member of the Straight Up Tennessee family for 11 months now, man. What y'all on? Join the channel, y'all.
Go ahead.
Get stuff like this, man. You could throw in the emojis. You could throw in everything. Adrian says, how y'all feeling this week? It's kind of what we're talking about, Adrian. It's just win. Just win, man. Like now, for me personally, I want a convincing win, bro. Like I want something that lets you know Yes, Tennessee lost 2 games. And yes, we shouldn't have lost the way we did to Arkansas. But everybody has a bad game, right? And
But
this team is worthy of being in.
yeah, they are, and I think the big thing is, like you said, you can't let Vandy stay in this one. Because I mean that's why Vandy went on that really hot streak, if you want to be honest. Because is Vandy the best football team in college football? No, not even close, to be honest with you. But you know what they were? They're freaking confident. I promise you that.
Yeah.
And that goes a long ways.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know we're playing at Vandy, but there's gonna be a lot of orange there. I mean, let's just be real.
Yeah. It is. It's really a glorified home game. I'll be in that joint. I can't wait. It might actually be a lot of black in their turn because it's just going to, I think the game time kick is 36 degrees. Not everybody got an orange jacket. You know what I'm saying? Going to be a little frigid out there. Chris says at the end of the day, it's little brother Vandy. Time to open a can. Yeah, I feel you. Dylan says, really don't think we're going to rise in the rankings if we win by 3 or 50. Just handle business and get out alive.
I agree with that.
I agree with that as well. My man Jonah in the building. What's up, Jonah? He says this is just an early playoff game for us, and that's how we need to play it. I agree. Dylan Sampson says that's the motto. He says we're good. Run that rock, hit some shots, and D gonna do the thing. Turn, who has to be an offensive playmaker of the game this week for Tennessee to be successful? I think Tennessee Junior kind of hit the nail on the head a little bit right there with run the rock. For me, man, I think this is like a 200-yard game type joint. Like don't make this too hard. Just do what we do, run that thing and make 8 comfortable, but 8 don't have to go win us this game, bro.
No, 8 don't have to go win us this game. And I think I gained a lot of respect from 8 after that Georgia game. I mean, I know we lost that Georgia game, but he played. I mean, he played. I mean, he gave it all. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm not saying Nico don't give his all. I'm not saying that at all. But I think, I mean, just feed D Samp. I mean,
Yes.
I know there comes a point, and like this is one of those games where I don't know. Maybe I'm way wrong on this, but I don't think you need the deep shots. I don't think you need the one play touchdowns. I think you're fine if you kind of do what you did against UTEP. You run the football, hit the tight ends just sitting there, 7 yards, first down, little 5-7 yards, screen, and then you get them up. Then you can take a deep shot. But
Yeah.
I don't think you need to complicate this game.
Did Brazel play at all?
No, he was out.
He didn't dress?
I don't know if he didn't dress, but he didn't play.
Was he on the injury report? I didn't check it, to be honest.
I didn't either. I mean, it was UTEP. I don't know.
Somebody fact check me. Dylan Elam says, I think Samp is only 130 yards or so from breaking the rushing yard record. I think it's like 24 something, Dylan. I think he only had, this was his first game under 100. He had 77 against UTEP.
No, he had 100.
No, he didn't.
He had sure?
70. He had 77 last week.
Oh man, I thought he had 113.
Let me check.
What was I looking at?
I don't know. I don't think he had 77 rushing yards, bro. 11 touches, 77 yards.
I don't know what I was looking at then.
Yeah. Maybe you were looking at the total. Nah, the total we rushed for 241. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you was looking at. Blah.
Maybe I was looking at a different game. I don't know.
Yeah, he only had 77. So let's see. Let me see real quick. Aaron Duck, what's up? Vols greater than the anchor. Tennessee Junior says 158. Biggest game so far is 145. I'm telling you, this got to be that 200-yard boy, like 170 something. I want that 172 2-tutty type D Sam game. You feel me? I want that back. Speaking of,
we haven't talked about it. How about that flip we got?
Oh yeah,
from USC.
Big one, yeah. 4-star running back right here out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Actually, what a get for Heupel. I think it was big the way it came. Obviously, visiting Dwayne Morris. 2025 4-star running back flipping to Tennessee from USC, man. So welcome home, Wayne. Welcome home, Wayne. Dwayne Moore. Welcome home, big dog. Kit. All right, let's see what Tennessee Junior says. Kit's my new favorite man. Been depleting fools in that run game and don't drop a pass. True tight end. Dwayne Morris, kid reminds me of Darren Sproles.
Ooh.
Great
Hey,
comparison. He is a little bowling ball, bro. He fast, man, lightning fast, bro. From his film, it's crazy.
Braz had 4 plays on Saturday.
Man, I wonder why.
I don't know because you didn't hear anything.
Let's dive into this for a second, and then we're gonna get into we're gonna get into the last bit of the Who Is show. Jonah says, "Are we worried about David Sanders?"
I'll go first on this one. I think here's my outlook on the whole David Sanders thing. Do I want David Sanders to come to Tennessee? Yes, absolutely, 100%. Number 3 player in the country. I mean, why would you not want him here? But I will say, if you do flip and go to Ohio State, it's because they've wrote you a bigger check, and if you're leaving for that reason, I don't want you at Tennessee anyway.
Nope.
That's just my outlook on it. If you're leaving because of it's a bigger check and more money, okay, don't come here anyway. I don't want you here.
Sadly, it's the way that the game is changing.
Yeah.
Especially at this level, because in the NFL, like, you literally are being paid, like it's really your profession. In college, it's turning into your profession early. But I struggle with it because I'm like, the kid is 17. He don't even know how to run his own business. Like, his parents are dealing with their business. So his parents are looking at that type of stuff. And that's when I get a little frustrated because I'm like, bro, your parents are the ones making all of these decisions for you, like based off of financials. And just because it's more don't mean it's right.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's that's what I was about to say, Tennessee Junior. I bet it's one of those, Ohio State's probably like, hey, you're gonna come in as a 1-year starter. Like you're gonna come in day one and start, to where Tennessee might be one of them things like, hey, we're gonna redshirt you the first year, get you in the system, then you're gonna play.
It's exactly what these two said. Tennessee Junior said it's not more money, it's guaranteed playing time immediately. But that's fooling himself. Young man is getting led by an agent. Dylan says, we've got a lot of money coming free if he does flip. It's a would you rather. Would you rather have one elite tackle for 3 to 4 years or get 5 to 6 genuine experience starting O-line out of the portal?
That's the big one, man. The portal changes everything.
It sure does.
Because I mean, talking about the portal, I mean, I don't know. I still think there needs to be a cap on the portal on like how many
Yeah.
times a guy can enter it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I also think too, like I look at this year and I'm like, you can get offensive linemen in the portal that can come in and start next year.
That's what John Campbell did for us last year.
Yeah, I mean, look at Lance Hurd this year. He struggled at first, but he's came a long way. And I mean, look at gosh, why is his name left my mind? Corner.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
Oh, Jalen McMurray? Jermod McCoy?
Jamal McCoy. I mean, he's a transfer.
Dog.
Look at Brazil. Transfer. I mean, those guys can come, and when you go to the portal, those guys can come in and play instantly.
Yep.
They're probably 19, 20 years old compared to, a guy, and no disrespect to but he's 17 years old. You know what I mean?
He's a kid, man. He's a kid. So Dylan says, Carson Gentile's brother entered the portal today, 6'3" center at Harvard with 30 games under his belt, ranked as the number 2 FCS center this year. Exactly. Bring him on. You know what I'm saying? Bring him on.
Yeah.
So you already know what to do though, man. It's Monday, but this is our only show this week until after this week. I'm going to pop in on Friday for a quick show. But drop your score predictions. Drop your score predictions right now. Before we get into all our score predictions, Turn, what would be your dream scenario? Tennessee wins Saturday. What's your dream scenario in the college football playoff? What does the right thing when you say, hey, Tennessee's in a perfect position if they play who?
I don't think it's I'm gonna kind of go with I'm going to kind of go with this one at a different angle. I don't think it's who we play. To be honest with you, I think it's we need to get to that 8 seed and get a home game because I don't care who we play at home. I really don't. We're not gonna lose in England.
I
That
like that energy.
that's where I'm at. I mean,
Yeah.
the you know the BVS kind of kicks in when I'm saying this, but our road woes are still there. They've been here all year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I don't care what happens. I in my opinion, I think I told you this on the phone. I think Texas A&M has a very good chance of beating Texas on Saturday.
You did say
Not
this.
not because they're a better team. I think Texas is the better team, but we all know what home field advantage at night means in the SEC. Look at Oklahoma. Look at Arkansas against us. Look at Georgia against us. I mean, it's just night and day difference. Like, you know, the 12th man, Texas A&M. I don't know. I think Texas and A&M has a really good chance of beating Texas. Texas's resume is garbage. Okay, Texas A&M would go to the SEC championship, play Georgia, probably get dog stomped if we're just going to be honest.
Yeah.
In Texas, that'd be 4 losses for Texas A&M. You're not getting in the playoff with 4 losses. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I think if that happens, Texas will move to I think Texas moves to a 10 to 12 seed. Therefore, I think we get to bump up to that 8 seed and get a home game. That's what I think needs to happen. I don't care who we play. I just want to get the 8 seed and get a home game because we are not going to lose at Neyland.
What do you think about that?
You know, I think it's
What
a
do you
good
think about Miami or Penn State?
I think it's a good possibility we could get Miami at home. If they lose the ACC championship,
Definitely. You definitely get Miami at home.
yeah. I mean, for
Oh,
real.
and Tyler Barron got to come back to Knoxville as an opponent. I'm running at number 9. Run at him. See what he got. See what he got. See if he ready to get smacked. Man, let's see what we got turn, man. It's Monday. It's early in the week, Thanksgiving week. How we feeling, man, with the score prediction? What's your prediction for Saturday's matchup in Nashville? 11 a.m. kick, local time, 12 noon Eastern. Tennessee and Vanderbilt, man. Where you thinking?
I'm going to go 28-10.
Okay. Something slight. Nothing crazy.
No, but it's still a beatdown.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I haven't been like on the high end at all this year, really. You know, early we were because we were rolling, getting things going. But for some reason, I feel like this game's going to be a little bit tighter than I want it to be. But I think in the end, the Vols really do get it done. So I'm going 34-21 Vols.
It's not bad. You think they get 21 on us?
Yeah, I hope not. But I think it's 34-21, and I'm going to take the over. I think Tennessee gets in that 30 range. And I think the 34-21 is different. I think maybe we're up 34-14, you know, for a while. And it's just one of them late touchdowns, and they get it, and you know, we run the clock out. So I don't think it's one of them like, oh my God, it's 21-7. Tennessee's losing at halftime. Like, I don't think it's anything crazy like that. So
yeah, I think it's 28-10. I think it's going to be one of those games where we get up early quick and we do what we do. We did what we did against I guess you want to say Oklahoma, and we just kind of slow the game down, run the football.
Yeah. Adrian says 35-17 Tennessee. Tennessee Junior says 42-17 Tennessee. Give me anyone at Neyland. Yeah, I like it. Jonah Hudson 38-17. I like that. Dylan says after Samp's comments 52-20 Vols. And then my man Chris drops in and drops 42-10 Tennessee. I like them all. I like that 38-17. That feels good too. Feels real good. I'm going 34-21, I think. 34-21.
Just got to win Saturday. Everything's ahead of you. You just got to win.
Go win, boys. Go win. Y'all, man, as we wrap, man, have a great week. It's Thanksgiving. Those of us that still have family around and some of us that may not have family, just know, man, that this is family. You need a family, man. Hop in the Straight Up Tennessee Discord. Shoot us a message on Instagram. Just hop in, man. Like, we want you to know, man, you got a place here at Straight Up Tennessee. We give thanks to you. We're thankful for you guys, thankful for this channel, thankful for what we've been able to build and how we're going to continue to build it. But we would be nothing without you guys. And so we appreciate that love and that support. We pray, man, that you guys have a great, and a happy Thanksgiving. And we'll be back, man. Saturday, big game right here in Nashville, where I'm at right now. Big game. I will be there. I'm going to take some coverage for Straight Up Tennessee. I'll take a lot of different clips and everything so everybody can kind of see the Dylan says, I expect plate pictures in the Discord on Thursday. Now, if I see y'all's plates with no seasoning on it, you getting roasted. So don't come in here with your mac and cheese looking straight up. Like, if your mac and cheese ain't got a little brown, that's how I know it ain't seasoned. You feel me? Like, if it ain't a little brown, you know what I'm saying? If it's just yellow, I know y'all just dropped it in Velveeta. That ain't seasoning. You feel me? Y'all, I got to see the mac and cheese pool. Hey, if I see the turkey, y'all, and it's light brown with no specks of pepper, I know y'all ain't seasoned that thing.
Man, unpopular opinion right here. Give me a ham.
Yeah, I don't like turkey, but I don't like ham either. So it's like I like fried turkey, smoked and then fried. Crazy.
You'd have liked
tastes like chicken, boy.
You'd have liked our Thanksgiving. Then we had Thanksgiving at my mom's house yesterday, and the meat was prime rib.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, we didn't have turkey or ham. We had the sides. You know, we had like the mac and cheese and all that stuff, but it's prime rib.
Yeah, and y'all better be making it dressing too.
There was dressing.
The dressing. We need the dressing. We need the mashed taters. We need them Sister Schuberts. You feel me? Sister Schubert rolls. You talking about sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie, pecan pie. Pecan or pecan?
I'll say pecan.
Thank you. Pecan pie. It ain't no pecan. Boy, we ain't from the West Coast. Pecan pie, man.
Pecan
we from
pie.
the South. That's like my boy Dalton. What the fudge? Pecan pie. That's a 10.
Pecan pie. Yeah,
that's a 10.
It ain't no pecan.
Pecan pie, man. Hey, y'all. I'm on here talking about Thanksgiving. My stomach started growling. Y'all know what to do, man. Like, comment, subscribe, join the channel. Have a great Thanksgiving. Cannot wait to see y'all back after the Vandy game. For my guy Turn, man, it's your boy Rucking the Building. We love y'all. Have a great Thanksgiving. Straight Up Tennessee, baby. We'll see y'all back on Sunday.